What happened there? Hey, everybody. Yeah, that was crazy. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the K-Pro Cow Powwow. Ladies and gentlemen, they're streaming in by the thousands into the chat room.
Million.
Millions. So it's Monday. It's 6 p.m. You know what that means. What time is it, K-Pro?
It's the K-Pro Cow Powwow treasure hunting time, 7 o'clock, baby.
All right, here we go.
K-Pro Cow Powwow. K-Pro Cow Powwow wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Powwow wow. They wanna find the treasure, they wanna find it now. They are K-Pro and they are cow. They're going over it and over it and over it again. This treasure hunt created by Forrest Fenn. Sing it! K-Pro Cow Powwow. K-Pro Cow Powwow wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Powwow.
All right. Take it away, K-Pro.
What's up? I just got the notification, but I wanted to say what's up, everybody. I'm giving the intro tonight. Let's see, it's Monday night. We got through Monday, thank goodness. K-Pro Cow Powwow. And Mike and I will tell you, dressed completely separately, and we just on. Look what happened.
Was not planned at all.
It was not planned, but here we are. We were channeling our inner World Series of Fenn. So we have a lot to say. There's a lot going on, and we thought we would come and talk to y'all about it because there's many different communities out with the Forrest Fenn hunt, and one community has been blowing up lately, and we're going to talk about it tonight. We're putting it to bed tonight, so you're going to see some stuff tonight that might be a surprise to you if you're not on all the different. There's the Facebook, the Reddit, the forums, all the tubers. We're here to talk about all of it because we represent you all. So there you have it. How are you, Mike?
I'm good. Like you said, represent you all. We are the #1 place on YouTube for the Forrest Fenn community. Rumors, gossip, chat, Forrest Fenn himself, clues, poem, books, coins, maps, hats, whatever. Not hats, but coffee cups. Hey, here's one. Yeah.
You forgot content. There's total content.
And of course there's content. But hey, World Series of Fenn, we made that happen. The Forrest Fenn Chat Marathon, we made that happen, which is going to happen again this Saturday, and we're going to talk about that. We got a lot of things. The Forrest Fenn coin, you know what I mean? We make things happen. So how's everybody doing in the chat room? I hope you're doing well. So what do we want to tackle first? We've got the function to talk about. We've got the marathon to talk about. We've got the thread just to tell people the idea. And then we've got some crazy stuff to talk about. So which one do you want to do first?
I think we should leave crazy for last because crazy is always something we have to talk about in long length because crazy's crazy, but it is content related crazy. And I will say I have talked to many people from the big guy, whoever you think that is, all the way to admins on other sites, many people about the crazy that has happened in the last few days. So some of you have seen my little rant, my little vent. Yeah, it might relate to that. Crazy. Let's start with
What's in the water? Is that the one you're talking about?
What's in the water? I checked to see if it was a full moon. Many times it is. It is not a full moon. But let's go. Let's get some business out of the way. First.
Somebody said start with the crazy. Super chat's on. That's crazy. It's crazy because we're allowed to do it. So because we were one of the original channels, and that's why we're allowed to do it. But anyway,
and some people have asked me on Facebook various questions that I won't answer. I will always answer them here and today, and I'll apologize to Forrest up front if that makes him upset. But we love him, and he loves us. Or he tolerates it. It's like Mike. Someone said to me, Mike is such a good man. He tolerates you. Yes, so I want to thank Mike up front. I've had some good days. I've had some bad days.
Crazy first women. What does that mean, William?
No, he said crazy first woman.
Well, I think. Thank you for the super chat, William. But like I posted on Facebook, K-Pro's crazy, but in a good way. So And Illinois Ghost says, I hear voices. All right.
And Illinois Ghost is really good because there was a rumor going around the last couple of weeks that he found the treasure chest, and I know he went up on Thor and he kind of squashed that real quick. So I appreciate that because you never know, because especially Illinois Ghost, such a hardcore searcher, people would be like that was taken off, and so people get panicked and negative.
Yeah,
So
that's some of the crazy stuff we're going to talk about is claims that it's been found or claims that I went there and it's already gone and, that kind of stuff.
yeah,
So,
okay. Well, let's start. William super chatted, so let's talk about a little bit of crazy tonight. Um, and I promised, I forget who it was.
now I get it. Crazy first. I got it. Okay.
Crazy first,
You
woman.
wanted to talk about that first, so I guess we are.
Yeah.
Okay, now I get it.
And someone said, does Mike, the like very normal, not crazy Mike, think it's crazy? Yeah, he does. And I said, I'm going to try to not totally dominate the conversation, and I'm going to let. No, but because I referred crazy to both you and Toby, and Toby's going to talk about it on
right,
his show.
Right.
Mike, do you want to? I can tee it up, or you can tee it up. But I threw crazy at you, and crazy stuck on you.
Right.
So,
well, let me put it. What we're talking about. What we're talking about, everybody, is the Copper Dan just says I'm lost. So here's the deal. Me and K-Pro, we get a lot of emails from searchers, and that's fine. We read all the emails. We talk about the emails. But then we get emails of, I found it. The treasure hunt, the chase is over. Don't know what you're going to do with your YouTube channel, but I found it, case closed. And then we go back and we say, okay, like show us a picture or give us some proof. And then it's, oh, well, I can't do that, blah, 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 blah. But what gets me more so than that, anybody that can send an email that says, hey, I found it. I don't know why you would when you didn't. But what gets me is when people post these things in the forums, I found it, or I'm going to be at Fembury with it, or I went and it's gone. I know that somebody took it. I have proof. Why do people believe that? If somebody says they found it, but they won't give you any proof, guess what, folks? They didn't find it. I don't understand why people, then other searchers email me and you and say, was it really found? Can you ask Forrest? Why would you even think it's found if the person can't give proof?
Well, wait, I have said, okay, so this is where I am a cup of crazy, or at least a half a cup of crazy. I have messaged Forrest how many times, because Forrest said long ago, or about a year and a half ago, I'll announce it on Thor. It's going to get announced in, whoever it's announced by, it's going to get announced everywhere else in 12 seconds. So I don't think that matters as much. Here is what I think. When someone comes to us, here's the ounce of me that thinks, how honored am I for them to say, I either get, oh my gosh, I am so honored, or I am so overwhelmed. What should I do? I do have it. Should I bring it to Fenbury or Forrest, or what should I do? Or the one that says, like the one, there was 3 that I got, 2 different ones that Mike got, a couple that Toby got, and a couple that Facebook got, all in the last 5 or 6 days, that said, I either have it, or I have to tell you something and I have the news crews ready. You need to respond. Give me your personal.
And it's over. It's over. I just want to let you guys know first. It's over. It's like, no, it's not over, because you don't even know what you're talking about, whoever that person is. Yeah. It's just, I don't understand what it is about this chase that brings out those people. Usually there's a lot of misspelled words and grammatical errors from these people. That's one, and I don't know why. It's true, though. It's true.
No, but one of them today, and I will say I lit them up because I do have the same. They said, I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic, and that is my issue, but that's outside of this.
And that's fine. Yeah.
I went to a doctor for 10 years. I have my doctorate, and it took me years to be able to read correctly and get to the part that I was able to actually comprehend in such a way. So when people say, give me a pass because I have dyslexia, I call that bunk and stop it. It's crazy as dyslexia.
It's not, if anybody has a disability or whatever, that's fine. What I'm saying, it's the crazy emails that seem to have those more than regular emails. So Toby just says, someone left me a voicemail about an hour ago telling me to get live stream ready because the chest will be recovered this evening. Okay, here's some advice from me to everybody out there. If you're going to go find the chest, don't tell anybody. Just go find it. Don't contact anybody until you have it and you have some proof, because all you're doing is wasting people's time. I'm going to go get it. I'm so confident. I know where it is. I'm going boots on the ground in 2 weeks. It's fine to say I'm going boots on the ground and I think I know where it is, but to do the chase is over, cancel Femboree or I'm going to be there with it. Don't do that, because all you're doing is wasting people's
time. And now
time.
I'm going to remember back. It's kind of like remembering back to your first kiss. I'm going to remember back to my first boots on the ground. I think it's okay to say, I'm pumped. I'm going to get it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with anticipation. Right.
Yes, I don't think it's okay to say something like, and you guys are fools, I pity the fool, kind of thing. But I do think it's okay to be really, really confident. Here's the thing that I see happen once you get to boots on the ground and you crash. There's, let's say 3. I'm going to go to 3. There might be 4. And Davio, I know, and that's why I love you.
But that's not,
have that. Okay, so.
But that's not what I'm talking about, because Davio, you haven't done I know, I found it. I know where it is. I'm not going to give you any proof. I'm not going to tell you where, but I found it, because you don't do that. You say, hey, I think I'm in the right area. I went boots on the ground. I'm going to go back. I love the chase. Oh, that's fine. Right. Just don't say you have it when you don't. And there's a lot of people that are doing that recently.
Yes. So here's the first person. They say, and I had a person message me, and Toby and Mike know who this is, and said, I need to talk to you right away. I have the news crews ready. You need to listen to me.
Right.
And that does get my attention. I said, okay. And they wanted my personal information to be able to and there's a lot of people that have and I was like, wait, tell me what you think. You have the treasure chest. Yeah. Do you think it's gone? Are you hurt in some way? Those are my first 3 questions. And it was, you have to listen to my saw first.
Yes, red flag number 1.
Right. And so and I just said, I can't do that. Tell me what you want. And then I listened to probably 50 or 60 exchanges about, here's my WWH, and here's a picture, and here's this, and here's that. And then it was, okay, I'm not understanding. Tell me. And then that's when it turns. Stop being controlling. I'm doing this my way. Okay.
Then go contact somebody else, because you're not going to waste our time.
And that actually was the next one. I'm going to go to X channel, because I know
I hate to go to them, but I will. Well, you go right ahead. Yeah, you go right ahead. I mean, yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you don't have proof, and I love that some people say I have proof, and it's a Google Earth image. Look right there. See the hole? That's not proof, guys. Either you found the chest or you didn't. Other than that, it's fine to say, I think I know where it is. I think I know where it was. But just don't do the I found it thing, because you didn't. Well, you haven't.
But then that's the next step. And KJ, I want to talk to that, because both Mike and you are talking about the people that say they have it. This is the next step. It wasn't there. There's either an impression in the ground,
right,
or some reason that I know it's already been solved. Don't you care about the safety and the lives of the other community? And I hate to say, this isn't the first time on this rodeo. I go a little bit longer than Mike, but I just say, okay, now you're on the attack. Stop for a second. Tell me what you have as proof. And then after, there's an hour of my life I can't get back now. And now I've called Toby. Toby is like my mentor of the chase of how do I deal with this. Toby always takes my calls. I didn't go 5 hours. I went 20 minutes, and he helped me. And then finally, when I called Mike and said all this, Mike goes, just send them to me. And I sent them to Mike, and it took about 6.2 seconds, and he was like, taken care of. And I know it is, but I want everybody to know this is the first thing. So here's what I've said, and I did a little rant on Facebook, because that seems to be where it's coming from. The first thing is, if you believe that it is a hoax or you have it found, you get 2 messages to me. 2 messages, either pictures or confirmation, and without compelling evidence, you don't get even the satisfaction of anything more from here on. We've never stated this. That is my position, because I've now had over 100 of these. Right. I don't know.
For some reason, the last 2 weeks, the activity's really increased. And I don't know if that's because boots on the ground season is starting up or what, but there's been a lot of these. And so William says, Cowlazars, did you get to the root of the man in the park video? I would debunk it so they can't claim anything. If you mean the man in the park video where basically a YouTuber made a video that said, hey, I want to partner with K-Pro and Cowlazars, they're good people. Let's go together and we're going to film it. Yeah, well, if that's what you mean by debunk it, He didn't claim anything. He was asking. He was saying, "Hey, do you want to partner up?" Or am I
Yeah.
missing something?
No, I think
Oh.
that's what he means. But William say, but we're going to get to that next because that has also been, I think, ever since the K-Pro Cow, you're the most evil people on earth
Yeah. Well, hey.
discussion.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, people have been very open to partner with us, and we've gotten a huge number of partnership offers. We're going to talk about that next, but I think we need
partnerships,
to talk about
right?
this one
Yeah.
first, which is so from here on. If you decide that you have a solve, that you have it in your hand, and then all of a sudden, like one person got banned from Thor because he said he got it, and then it got slipped out of his hands.
The chest?
The cops got it. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And even Forrest even weighed in, like, be kind to some people that he knows may not be totally sound. Like it's okay if he was trying to be kind, and I told the person that, and then they turned on me and they were like, you don't talk to Forrest about me. And I was like, I'm trying to be kind because he knew their situation, I knew their situation, they've had some tragedies, we're trying to be kind. Kind doesn't happen to people that seem to be unbalanced. So here's the thing. We're going to have to take a hard and fast rule. I'm not going to spend an hour of my life that I can't get back when I could be spending it with Mike. I could be spending it with my kids. I could be spending it developing my own self. If you message me or Mike, I'm going to just speak for me. Because I'm kinder than Mike is. Mike's like, shuts it down.
So well, it's funny because K-Pro will send me an email and goes, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "What are you even thinking about? What do I think? Why would you even consider like believing this person?" Now, don't get us wrong. If you want to send your solution and talk about it, I'm all for that. Yes. And what you send is confidential between me and K-Pro. Like I share the emails with K-Pro, so don't think I'm going to tell you something, but not K-Pro. But if you want to talk about a WWH or your solution or your boots on the ground, that's great. Just don't do the "I found it" because you didn't.
Or,
you know what I mean? That's all. It
was there, but there's an impression in the ground.
Yeah.
And Forrest is a fraud. I know you know him, so let's take him down. I know this or I know that. We're going to take Forrest Fenn down together. Get out of town, clown. No.
Right.
No. Yeah. Bye-bye, sugar pie. No.
Get out of town, clown. All right.
Get out of town, clown. Bye-bye, sugar pie. That's my favorite. Like, no.
So here's the deal, everybody. When and if, or should I say if and when, the treasure chest is actually found, guess what? All the YouTubers are going to go live the same day, and we're going to talk about it. Yay! Because Forrest will come out and say it's been found. And, of course, all the YouTubers are going to go live. All the forums are going to go crazy. But just because somebody posts on Facebook or in one of the groups, "Hey, I found it. It'll be at Femboree," don't think, well, did he? No, he didn't. I mean, he just didn't.
Wait, I have a great one. Sassy Sassy's brilliant. Pictures or it didn't happen.
Yeah, you need proof. Show the bracelet, show the frog, show something. I mean, you got to. You can't just say I found it because you're wasting everybody's time when you do that.
But some people might not want to go mainstream with that. Some people have asked me.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to be kind to some people. You know what? This is where I have a little bit of a light heart, and I know I shouldn't, and I'm irritated, but still. This is a community of people that have a really hard time once they go boots on the ground and they crash. I have a really good friend that's crashing right now and not doing any of the inappropriate things. You still crash. I still want to be kind and empathetic, but I don't want to panhandle to the crazy birds that are trying, because here's what somebody said. One of the crazy birds was actually trying to get money out of certain searchers to say, I have it. Here's some pictures. Do you want to buy certain items?
Well, okay. We'll get into that too. We're going to get into the buyer beware as well.
Yeah.
But so somebody said, but if whoever does find it, they're not going to want to post pictures and all that. That's fine. Then don't say you found it. If you're not willing to come out with proof that you found it, then don't claim you did, because nobody's going to believe you. I, for one, am not. What you should do is just tell Forrest. Don't go on Facebook. Don't contact me or K-Pro or Toby or anybody and say, "Hey guys, I found it, but I can't say," or "I found it, but I can't." Don't even do it because you're wasting everybody's time. Contact Forrest, and when it's on Dale's vlog and Forrest says this person found it, then that person can say whatever they want, and everybody's going to want to know what you have to say then. But don't do the I know where it is. I'm going to get it in 2 weeks. It's over. Shut everything down. It's just a waste of time, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, and the one that's the most famous right now is some guy named Richard, and he's being a dick. And he's saying...
I see what you did there, Richard Dick. Yeah.
He's saying, I found it, and I'm going to bring it to Fenbury, and you guys can blow me up for the next few weeks, but I'm holding it for a month. No pictures, nothing.
With
And
no proof. Yeah.
What I said to him is, stop it. Just bring it to Fenbury. You don't have to
Right.
notify everybody.
Right.
And once he does once, that's okay. You can do that because he said he didn't want any lives gone for the next month. That's fine. Now go away. But now that he is doing all the other things that he's doing, he wanted to know. And here's the other thing. I have been very clear because it's happened so many times. I'm a sucker. Every time somebody said, I found it last season when Forrest actually said that he would announce it, I would go to Forrest. And that becomes a loophole then, because then if Forrest doesn't respond every single time,
Right.
that's not how we're doing this. Forrest
Right.
and I have discussed this recently and said, we're not doing this way. This isn't the way that it's not the searchers aren't going to push it on us. Or on him. He's going to announce it when I believe, if you believe there's a treasure chest out there, you believe that Forrest has said he's going to announce it when it's found. You believe that. If you don't, go away.
Well, and let's say for the person who does find it, now you have a choice. Somebody just posted, what was it? Connor, somewhere in there said, Forrest said, wait 30 days when you find it. That's right. You wait 30 days. Don't go post it on Facebook and everywhere that you found it without proof. But if you're of the mentality, what I've got to let everybody know because I don't want people to go boots on the ground and get hurt, well, then you've got to show proof. If that's how you feel, I agree with that. But then you've got to show proof. You can't be anonymous and say you found it. You've got to show proof of some kind. Otherwise, everybody's just going to get mad at you and you're going to get blocked and banned out of the groups and that kind of stuff.
And Tom Sawyer asked, how does Forrest know? He has said he is not willing to say how he knows.
Right. We don't know.
And I'm going to have to take him at face value on that. Just like he says he won't say if it's buried or any of the other things. So, and I will tell you, I've had to take a very hard stance, and it's a controversial stance on Thor. Since he told me he'll announce it first on Thor, it used to be you had 24 hours to give the proof. But we had one particular person, whatever, he would come up and he'd say, I have it in my hands. And he would wait till hour 23 where everyone was going crazy, and he would delete it. Or he would say, no, I don't have the proof, so I delete it. So I went to an immediate. If you post on Thor, and me and some of the other group admins are talking about what is the appropriate thing, because we want people to have freedom of speech, but we don't want to have people to cancel their boots on the ground, because I have gotten messages from others. If this person has it, I want to cancel my boots on the ground, or I don't want to do this, or there could be safety issues, etc.
So Jungle Cruiser's got a good point. He says, here's something to think about. What if F passes the veil, meaning he passes away, and then it's actually found after F is gone? Okay, so you've got to, if you're going to come out and say you found it, you've got to come out with proof to back it up.
Right.
I'm not interested in somebody saying I found it. Oh, but I want to remain anonymous, and sorry. See ya. It doesn't help anybody. All you're going to do is get people pissed off at you.
Let me ask you this question. The day after Forrest Fenn passes, let's say we have 6 people. I expect at least 6, but even more, because there's that many now. Let's say 6 that say, I have the treasure chest. What are we going to expect out of them? Right now, we expect Forrest to confirm it.
I'm not going to expect anything. I'm going to ignore them. I'm going to ignore every person that says I found it until they have some kind of proof. Then that changes things. Then the person with actually some kind of proof can come on here and show everybody if they choose to. But the whole I found it, I just ignore it. I mean, I rarely respond to those emails, but I did get a couple in the last couple of days. I responded to, like, okay, where was it? Or, okay, where's WWH? And then they sidestep it. And then they don't answer, and and it's like, yeah, of course.
And I am officially.
And then I don't email them back anymore.
Everyone thinks Mike's nicer than me. I'm nicer than Mike. I talk to them for
hours.
A long time. I know.
I don't know how you do that personally. But.
I'm not doing it anymore. Crazy birds are not. It's not. It's not going to be okay from now on, because I do take time away from my family. And then when they turn mean, it's not okay. And it's not fair to do that.
Yeah, then they get pissed off when you don't believe them. Yeah.
Yeah. When I say to Forrest, can you confirm? And he's like, and we had discussions about this. So here's the one thing I will say. It is still out there. In my opinion, as of today, because Forrest has said he will notify the community and or me. And I will tell you, someone asked me, when is the latest you've heard from him? I'm not getting into that, but I will say I can confirm directly it's not an issue. go to your boots on the ground,
Right.
keep searching. In my opinion, it is still out there. I'm not going to go more into that because it doesn't. I don't want to confirm it was Monday at 4:32 the last time I heard from him on this. We don't need that because that also stirs up other crazy. There's different
It's different layers. Tiramisu.
there's layers of onions. There's
Yeah.
flocks of crazy birds.
There's
We
the
don't want
7%, and then there's the 3%. That's really crazy. But anyway, so that brings up to point 2, which is partnerships. You want to talk to him about partnerships, K-Pro? Because me and K-Pro get a lot of email that says, I know where it is. I'm fairly confident, but I can't go boots on the ground, so I want you guys to go, and let's split the film rights, and let's do this, and let's do that. Yeah.
Okay, so there's a couple things I want to say. First and foremost, for especially the people that have said for so much slander and nastiness that have gone on in the last month, I see through it, and I now I never knew how much I would feel like I want to partner with you. I now want to partner with you. I want to say thank you because you never know what outside people think. So that's the first thing is I want to say thank you. The second thing though is here's for me. I have had 2 previous search partners, and I think Mike and I have come out to say we are now search partners. So I've had 3 search partners. I feel it is important that my 2 previous search partners, I will never search in the area that they have a search in. And that general area is out to me. Then Mike and I have some search areas. There's 2 that we are looking at. So those are 2 more areas. And then Mike and I did develop a partnership with a person that we have a general solve in another search location.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay.
So that's for 4 search locations that we have ruled out. Now we have a variety of all of a sudden, because I think of all the stuff that happened about partnerships, and some people thought they were going to take us down, like they said. I actually think that they have shown that we're us, and a lot of people want to partner. Mike and I have decided in the last week or right now, we're not going to partner with anyone else at this time.
Yeah, we're not going to take on partners.
Discussions and said, this is what I think, or this is what I think. What do you think? Right now we have so many areas ruled out, and Mike and I have 2 areas that we're really focusing on. Between those, we have decided that's all between that, and then all of the marathons and all the YouTube stuff, and then a really big fun project that's coming up that I don't want to talk about yet, but that's where a lot of our time is going.
Yeah,
we cannot
we're
take
busy,
so
basically.
Man in the Park, it was so sweet for that.
Yeah, that was an awesome video. Yeah.
Oh, it was so sweet, and there's a couple of others that
posted
really
the video in the Grand Adventure. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not something we can do at this point. If we get to the point that we want to do something different, we are just cup runneth over between. I can tell you one of my past search partners was boots on the ground this weekend and is crashing. I am able to still have communication and try to help, but that's not an area I'm going to search in again. And so I've ruled out too many areas that are either popular or not popular. With Mike and the new popular, I mean, I'm not going to keep repeating. It's just not something that we're going to do right now, but we feel really honored, or at least I feel really honored because people have really saw through and say, I'm going to trust you with some really great information. So if you want to share something, the other question that I've had, 2 questions. Are you going to share what I tell you with Mike and your kids? Because some people have issue with kids. A lot of people have issues with Mike. Let me say it loud. Let me say it proud. Both of those groups get going forward. If you share your WWWH with me, I'm forwarding it to Mike. And vice versa.
Yeah, we share what we get. So
that's just what we're doing from here on because of the controversy with the Boots on the Ground clothing by Genetic Blend. That is the one that we have said we have learned from, and now we're just going to tell everybody that's what we're going to do. So
yeah, but if you want to discuss your solution or any solution, that's okay. If you want to email say, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? That's fine. We're just, there's people that are like, I want you to sign an agreement and blah, 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 and we're not doing that. But Illinois Ghost says after Forrest passes, I think it may become riskier to say I found it because it may become part of his estate. Well, that goes back to the legal aspect that we hope Forrest took care of. So Yeah. Well, I mean, would his family try and fight to get it back?
I
Forrest
don't
is
know.
gone. Somebody comes out publicly and says, "I found it. Here it is." And then his family says, "Oh, that's ours."
There's
Wouldn't
such
that
a
be
what if
interesting? Yeah,
when
wouldn't
he
that be
passes.
interesting?
There's a vlog. We need to do a vlog on if he appoints someone. If he doesn't, what do those different scenarios look like?
Yeah, I mean, I would hope his family would respect his wishes, but they don't have to. Think about it.
Right.
There could be a
What's
member
a
of that
woman?
family that doesn't have
There's
to.
a
So that's a
there's
whole
a
other
woman.
can of worms, isn't it?
There's a
Yeah.
woman. She lived up in New York. She hated her family. She was worth like hundreds of millions of dollars. She left it all to her dog, and the person who took care of her dog. They fought it in court, and they got a bunch of money from it. So even though she wanted it to her
Right,
dog,
her family.
her family fought it. So you
Yeah,
never know.
that's a
I
good
think we're
question, Illinois Ghost. That should be a vlog all by itself, I think.
yeah. So I do think in the case that, and I don't think I'm saying anything that's out of school. I don't think Forrest's family is as enthusiastic about the hunt as he is.
Right.
But I don't think they would go against him. So I don't know.
But 10 years after he's gone, maybe they might change their
10,
mind.
20,
I mean,
30
Mark Connor says, but Forrest Fenn said, if you find it, it's yours. Yeah, Forrest Fenn said that. I didn't hear anybody in his family agree to that. Forrest Fenn said that, and that's kind of a sticky point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope nothing like that ever happens, but it's something to think about, I guess. Okay, so the third point is buyer beware. There's things that are being sold on eBay. There's things like, okay, so somebody did a painting of Forrest Fenn recently. I showed it in the vlog last time because they emailed me and asked me to. And hey, it's just a painting of Forrest Fenn. It went for $610, which I couldn't believe. But that's somebody wanted a painting of Forrest Fenn. The market dictates what something's worth and all that. But there's PDFs and there's things that are solutions and there's things that are opinions that people are selling. And it's buyer beware. I mean, I don't hold anybody at fault for putting up something saying, hey, I want to sell this. These are my thoughts. I want to sell it. That's called a book. Everybody does that, right?
Right.
If you buy it, that's up to you. If you buy it and you're not happy with it, well, that's on you. I mean, you take a chance. You know what I mean? If you buy a coin or a map or anything else or one of these T-shirts, that's just the way it works. It's capitalism. I don't blame anybody but that FOIA thing that was on eBay, I mean, I think that was pretty bad. But for me, I don't know why you would buy something off of eBay that claims to be a FOIA when you don't know. So it's buyer beware as far as that stuff goes.
Well, and some have said who's to blame. I never brought up the FOIA until others did. If others then gave a spotlight to it and now people have been taken advantage of, I personally still don't believe that they are to blame because you need to be aware with your money what you are willing and not willing to spend your money on. So if you spend your money, and some people have said, will you look into the claims and look at the FOIA? No, be very, and that's why we want to kind of do this disclaimer at this point. Just be aware that when you hear something like the FOIA up on eBay, if it's not the FOIA, know what your repercussions are for refunds and that sort of thing.
Yeah. The eBay has policies, and yeah, for sure. You just be careful. I mean, and then the other thing, I think another point is safety. I think everybody should create a Gmail account for email just for the chase. Don't give out your personal info. Don't give out your personal email. Don't give out your phone number. I got contacted today by somebody that said, hey, there's a production company that's trying to buy solves, and they were having a whole issue. And I was just like, yeah, be careful. Don't get involved with stuff like that. So,
So in general, though, I also do believe, because I got lit up, and I brought this up on the previous show, for allowing Minotaur Marino to advertise that he has his solve for sale. I believe it's okay to have a coin for sale.
WWH solve. WWH solve. Not the whole thing, just
WWH. Whether it's his whole solve or his little bit of a solve or whatever. Just like there's searchers.
That's his opinion. I mean, you're buying his opinion. If you don't like it, that's on you.
Now, I do agree with Mike. Mike brought up the nuance. If he came up and said, here is my WWH solve, and when you opened it, it said sucker.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, I'm not okay with that. But it is genuinely his interpretation of the solve. He is not represented. Whether it should be 25, some people said it should be more at 100.
2,500. Right.
Right.
I mean, he can do whatever he wants, right?
Yes. Yes.
Um,
So when it comes to that, that's where I say take a step back. That there's books out there. Well, they should get an ISBN. That's your opinion,
yeah,
and
that's your
that's
opinion.
okay for your opinion. But I do have to say, for those of you that are just on the blogs, or meaning just on the forums, did you know? Yes or no? Did you know that all this was going on? Like, I feel that Facebook is so isolated from the forums group
Hmm.
because two of the forums, actually all the forums, because I didn't bring it to even Thor, I don't think they're even discussing these people that are saying so much and they're getting banned, and all the controversy is over on Facebook. The controversy is usually over on the forums of all the crazy birds. That
And
did you know that there was crazy bird stuff going on the last few days of people saying
crazy
adding
bird.
crazy birds.
Well, Evan Penn says if he claims it's 100% correct, that is wrong. Evan, look at the word claim. He claims it's 100% wrong. Minotaur Moreno, in his mind, thinks he has it 100%. Just because he says that, it's a claim. It's on you. It's buyer beware. It's on you to decide. Do I know Minotaur Moreno? Do I believe him? Do I just want to see what his solve, whether it's right or not? I don't have a problem with anybody saying, I think I have the solve. I'm claiming because it's my opinion.
Well,
It's their
there's a book
opinion.
out there that's on Barnes and Noble. It's by, I think the guy's named The Wolf, and it said, or James or somebody,
Yeah.
that says, um, here are hints to help you get closer to the solve.
Right.
And I actually asked an honest question at the time. I didn't mean to be sarcastic. Of how do you know it's helping you if you're not Forrest Fenn? And oh, they got so upset. I got banned. They got upset. They got flamed me. But I thought it was a legitimate question. But they believe it is. I don't think they have any grounds for that. I don't think it's appropriate. I don't think it is legitimate. I wouldn't pay 1 cent for their crap, but I would for Minotaur Marino.
How do you really feel about that?
Yeah. So, well, they're people that are trying to manipulate, or they have not shown to be people that are positive for the
And
chase.
that's the buyer beware.
That's
Research
the
who it
part
is who's selling
I'm
something.
going to
Yeah.
make my judgment. When I
Right,
see
exactly.
Marino and he has been intelligent about the 200, 500-foot logic, I think for $25, I would
Yeah,
consider
right. It's a judgment
some of
call.
the
It really
others,
is. Yeah.
some of the others that are so negative and nasty towards Forrest that are now, even if they have a registered ISBN and do all those other stuff, sorry, I don't. You could say it's 5 cents. I wouldn't give you 5 cents.
And then the last thing I'll just bring up is that me and K-Pro's content is free. It's on YouTube. It's always going to be free. It's free to join the Grand Adventure on Facebook. Hintofriches.com is free to join. We sell things, but you guys have your choice whether you want to buy them or not. There's a super chat button. There's a PayPal link, but it's your choice if you want to donate or buy anything. But the content is always free. So I just thought I'd bring that up. Okay. Davio, I'm trying your coffee this Saturday on the marathon, and we're going to talk about the marathon here pretty soon.
You have a grinder?
I have a blender, and somebody reached out. It's actually a meta searcher here who doesn't want to be named, but I met a searcher here in Vegas a week or two ago, and they were nice enough to give me a blender, and they were like, it's not a grinder, but use this until you get a grinder. So I'm going to use that. So they gave me coffee. They gave the boys some gifts. It was a lot of fun.
I want to say one more thing before we move on to some of the other things. Some people asked me before if I was willing to partner, and I said, here are the questions that I have. Is from your parking spot to the final location less than a mile? Are the 9 places named? Is there any structure to any of your places? And is WWWH a geothermal feature? And some people ask me, tell me exactly where Forrest said that. Let me be clear for those people. That's my opinion. For you to be able to engage with me, I can tell you those are going to be my 4 questions again and again. And I'm going to do a vlog just on that. Here is what I believe and why I believe, because some of it's public, some of it's not as public, some of it came third hand from other searchers, some have been interpretations. But I am allowed to say, if you want to engage with me, those are, if you say to me, can I talk about my solve with you? I'm going to say less than a mile. And some people have said, why less than a mile? Because, and I will give my story that you guys have all heard 1,000 times. And they'll say, but that's not true because, and I'll say, okay, then that's okay. Go talk to Mike. Email Mike a lot. Mike wants to hear from you. Toby wants to hear from you. And so does there. It's okay because, again, some people have said, why do I think I'm better than anybody? I don't. I don't reach out to anybody and say, tell me your solve. When someone reaches out to me, I give my opinions. My opinions aren't worth anything. They are. I don't have a treasure hunt under my belt. I don't. I don't have. It's just that's my opinion. So that's okay that you have something different, but people are getting so personal about it. It's okay. Just move on.
So
Okay.
Illinois Ghost says, "Have you tried the Death Wish coffee?" Yes, somebody did send me some. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, they sent me some and I tried it. Yeah, it was pretty good. I think it's got like
Oh,
twice the caffeine or something than normal coffee. Okay, so that's the crazy stuff. We just
okay.
if
Crazy stuff.
somebody doesn't have proof, I don't understand why people are questioning it. Did they really
Crazy.
find it? No, obviously
Crazy.
they didn't. That's why they don't have any proof. That's my opinion. All right,
And I
let's
don't.
talk about Function in the Junction. Function in the Junction is coming up. It's a week and a
Oh
half.
my. Oh,
But we're
heck,
not doing anything crazy. There's really only two meetups.
we're going crazy. We're gonna
There's two
bring the
meetups.
president.
So when everybody shows up for those meetups, it might get a little crazy. But give them the Friday night and the Saturday night. Who, what, where,
Okay.
and when.
Friday night, and this is hot off the press. Yeah, you know what?
What?
Sassy
What?
says, just tell them try the wheel. I mean,
Yeah,
what
right.
else
That's
do you
right.
need? My God. Okay, so Function in the Junction. Here we go. Things have evolved a little bit because we thought at the beginning we were going to have between 15 and 20 people. I talked to the two restaurants and they're like, oh, we got you covered. 15 to 20 people, no problem. I now have let them know we're between 35 and 40. They have gone, what? Forrest Fenn said, what?
It's
What did you just say? What?
another thing we
Um,
created here.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I have talked to both groups, and not we, Mike, you have to take full credit. But
Oh.
here is what we've had happen. Bullwinkles used to be the Totem Cafe. Forrest family owns it. They have a restaurant on one side and a wild and crazy bar on the other side.
Uh-oh.
Starting over on the dinner side,
So,
here's what they have said.
mhm.
They have said, we have up to this point said 6 o'clock, we were going to have a few people come in and between 15 and 20. And they were able to accommodate it.
Did you
They're
tell
now,
them we're Forrest Fenn searchers, or did that part not come up?
yes, and
Oh,
they
you
are
did. Oh,
supporters
okay.
of
Oh,
Forrest
okay.
Fenn.
I was just wondering
Yeah,
if they had an
yeah.
opinion on that
I
or not.
don't think they even cared. They're like, which tour? I mean, they
Yeah.
didn't like. I don't think they cared, because this is season for them, and they're sold out all of the time. So what they have said is we're able to take waves of you, and so we're going to ask groups to come in 4:30, 5:30. And by 6 o'clock, there's going to be a waiting list. So the people that want to get there early, we're going to group in eight. This is what we did at the World Series of Fenn, and it worked out really well. Is the first group that wants to get there early, get there at 4:30, and probably Mike will take the first group of 8 to 10. Then the group that gets there at 5 o'clock, we're going to take the next group of 8 to 10.
Well,
Then we're going to take
when
the
you say
5:30
take, all we're doing is getting a table to have dinner and drinks, right?
table to have
Yeah,
dinner because
that's
you're
all.
only
We're
going to have the
reserving
person
spots.
next.
That's all. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then once you're finished, we are going to take over the bar on the other side.
That's
And they
right.
know it. They know we're coming.
Shots will
And
be flowing.
I don't know because
Yeah,
I
we'll
don't
see.
drink as much as Mike. Mike gets a little crazy. It's hard to keep up with him.
Okay, Friday, June 21st,
Yes.
4:30 to 5 p.m. Bullwinkles restaurant. If you want dinner, if you want to show up after dinner just for drinks, show up around 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Come up to
Yeah.
me and K Pro, introduce yourself, give us your forum name, your Thor handle, your face, because it's all different. And we
Yes.
if you've bought a coin, let me know. If we've talked to you through email, let me know. It'll be great to
Yes.
meet everybody. So
Yes.
that's Friday, June 21st. How about Saturday, June 22nd?
Saturday, we're going to the branch. I talked to them again today.
The branch.
The branch is connected to the Holiday Inn. If you
Uh-oh.
have any problems parking, talk to me. I have a little bit of a connection to try to get that settled. We are able to take over as they actually are able to go to 6 or 6:30. So we're going to do it a little later. We're going to do a 5:30, 6:30. Then we're going over to the bar. Their bar is not really busy. I guarantee we're going to be the only fun house in town. And we're going to do the same sort of thing. They are able to accommodate way more than us. So they're a little bit bigger of a bar.
Saturday, June 22nd, what time?
We're going to start it at 5 o'clock. We're
Okay,
going to
so
go
me and K Pro will
5.
be there at 5, and I'm sure we're going to be there for hours and hours. So come on by and say hi.
Follow me down. Hi, how are you? I'm just excited to see you. Okay, so hi, follow me down.
Oh, there he is. I was say, where is he? I don't even see
Okay.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I see him. Hey, you all. Okay, you. Hi. If you want to say anything, we can talk about you if you want. But if you don't, that's fine. Okay. So, Capo knows people. No, I know enough people to know that I've talked to them. And here's the other thing. We have been asked about a donation or two. We're keeping this very low key. We're going to have a couple of items.
Can we talk about those items or no?
I don't. I don't have them physically in my hand. I will just say,
But
in general,
okay.
Forrest has donated more than one item.
Okay.
That's all I want to say. They're small items. That's all we asked.
Yeah.
We thought this was more focused on searchers getting together than the amount of items and things.
Yeah. We didn't want to do a big giveaway thing. This is just an informal gathering. It's the function in the junction, but yeah.
Right. And I didn't want I didn't want this to compete with the Fenbury and then there be issues. There's been too many issues lately.
Yeah, Fenbury is the big one. You know, if you want like drawing prizes, go to Fenbury. We're just trying to get together and have drinks and talk.
Yeah.
We do have a couple items from Forrest Fenn that we will give away randomly. We're just going to do like a random thing, right? For those that show up, we're just going to do a random thing and give them away. So you'll see what they are when you get there.
Or something. And
something. I don't know. Trivia? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
They have asked if they can bring something. Yes. Bring something, and we can do that on the fly. We'll figure it out. We'll bring maybe some tickets. I don't know.
I was just going to say, we're going to have to bring tickets now. Which we can. It's not a big deal.
Mike, after 2,000 tickets.
Yeah, I know. The Jamie Jordan raffle. It's another thing that happened here.
Down.
Minotaur Moreno had a good one. This could be a contest. If Forrest Fenn was a drink, what would it be? That's actually interesting. Maybe for the marathon, we'll do that for the marathon.
I'm sorry. Has anyone here on more than one occasion had some alcoholic beverages with Forrest Fenn?
Oh, I think you have, huh?
I'm going to tell the funniest story.
Okay.
I sat down at a lunch with a group of searchers and someone who thought she knew Forrest for a long time. When I sat down, I said, "Hey, Forrest, do you want a drink?" And she turned to me and said, "Forrest does not drink." And I thought, he does with me, so. And no, I didn't want it to start out like that. There's been issues since then, but it was funny because he said, "I don't drink," and he took my drink and he drank it and the room laughed.
And what was that drink? What was it?
At that time, that was a margarita with sugar.
Oh, and he drank it? Oh, nice. Okay.
But that was the moment that it was like, oh, there was a little bit of a zing, and that zing blew up.
But good-natured. Nobody get upset. It's a good-natured fun. Forrest does what he wants to do, and thumbs up the video for a Forrest Fenn story. So check it out. True Believer says, I can facilitate a video teleconference for Forrest to participate in the function if he is interested. So I don't know how that would happen, but I mean, if Forrest wanted to see, even if we couldn't see him, but if he wanted to see everybody, I think that would be pretty cool. So I don't know how you would do that, True Believer, but maybe email me and K-Pro the details, and we will find out if Forrest is interested in something like that or not. That'd be cool if there was like a camera or something where people could just come by and say, "Hi, Forrest," and give him a little short message. You know what I mean?
Well, why don't we
even if it's recorded? Well, we're going to record everything, but I meant real time.
Make a recording of ours and short snippets. Because
we're going to do a vlog. You guys know that. So
I don't know.
We'll do the message to Forrest Fenn thing because I have a camcorder that K-Pro left, and I still got to open it up and play with it. But that'll be there in the function. So True Believer, just email me and let me know how that would work. So it's interesting idea.
Yeah, he's going to email you details.
Yeah, thank you.
I will say there is one other drink of choice I think that Forrest likes even more, and I will leave that for Forrest Fenn Trivia. Maybe that's the first ticket because. Ooh, were you there, Mike, when he had his other alcoholic beverage?
At the Blue Corn? Or is it the Blue Corn? No,
at his house.
No, I was never. No, he did not have an alcoholic beverage when I was at his house. So must have been one of the times when I wasn't there. I've only been there like 3 or 4 times. So okay, so that's the function. We hope to see you all there again if you're going to go, and if you know you're going to make it, email K-Pro and me just so we get an idea of how many seats we need. And if there's an issue at the dinner and all these people are showing up, we'll just go to the bar. Let's just get bar food. You know what I mean? We'll have fun one way or the other. And William said those 2 places, the Holiday Inn and bullwinkles are within walking distance of everything in West Yellowstone. So that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stumbling distance.
Friday night or Saturday night. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And then some people have asked, but what are we going to do during the day? We tried to organize something, but so many people were boots on the ground. Here's what we said. We said what we'll do. We were going to probably stumble down Main Street, and the little spot that he had ice cream, we may go to. So
Yeah.
just let
See, I
us
don't
know.
know any of these spots, so for sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't, I don't know West Yellowstone. I know it's in the book, but I don't know. Oh, that was that place. So yeah, if there was like a tour guide who could tell us all these things, that'd be
Mike,
awesome. That's you.
I,
I know. That's what we're going to be
I'm
doing
your
during the
tour guide.
day, right?
I'm
Yeah,
your tour guide,
for
my
sure.
friend. So,
I
and
hear
Mike
you.
and I, but some people have asked, can you meet with us here, there? I am also stealing Mike away and having some private time, boots on the ground. We may just bring the treasure chest to the
Yeah.
function. You don't know,
Let me
but
put
we,
it this way: if we find it, we're bringing it. I can promise that, but are we going to find it? It's the question. But yeah, we have a boots on the ground. We're going to a couple places, and no, nobody's invited for that. That's just me and K-Bro doing our thing during the day, just like everybody else. We tried to do a fishing expedition, and everybody's like, "Well, no, we're busy. We're going to Yellowstone.
right,
We're going all our
yeah,
places." So that's fine. We'll just do our two events at night, uh,
right.
5 p.m., 6 p.m., somewhere around there.
But some people that want to say, can I get together with you for a few minutes and just talk about some things? We would love it. We met with a
Yeah,
bunch of people at the World
right.
Series then. We would love it, but that's going to be kind of just off the cuff. And once you get there, we have email, we have our messenger, so do that, and we'll try to meet up with you. But I mean, I don't think we're going to be findable. There's no problem. So
Oh yeah, the NBA finals are on. I did not bet on it, so I do not have it on TV. Sorry.
meh, meh.
Okay, let's talk about the marathon. This Saturday is the Forrest Fenn Chat Marathon, everybody. We're
Yes.
going longer than 10 hours. At least I think that's the game plan. So I'm going to share my
Fine.
screen and we will show you who is going to be on the marathon.
Well, let's start with we did a
What?
shout out to a bunch of people,
Oh, yeah.
and thinking, okay, we'll get a few people to RSVP and then we're going to fill. We had all these topics that Mike and I spent a bunch of time with. No, that just filled up lickety split, no
Free for
problem.
all.
Oh my gosh. So,
All right. So this is who has confirmed
well, everybody's
for. Well, yeah. I mean, but life gets in the way, guys. This is all subject to change because I'm going to have my kids. K-Pro's going to have her kids. People that are going to be on have kids and lives. But this is what we got for this Saturday. We're going to start at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. At noon,
this Saturday, the
15th. Yeah,
okay.
this Saturday, 15th. We hope you all can make
Yep.
it. Shannon Oots is our first guest, the Odious Soul, at noon.
Oh, she's
This
so
Pacific.
wonderful.
She's going to tell us what she's been up to and the next steps that she's going to take regarding the Forrest Fenn Treasure. Jono Jones, you guys might know him as Brit Chaser. He's going to be on at 1 p.m. Again, we've learned lessons from the last marathon, so we're going to keep each guest to 1 hour. That's a hard 1 hour. You can make it shorter. If you don't have a full hour, you can get off, and me and K-Pro will fill in. But everybody is going to get kicked off. We're not going to do a panel till the very end. Last time we had 3 or 4 people on at the same time. It got a little convoluted. So, Jono Jones at 1 p.m., Copper Dan at 2 p.m., Susie and Sassy are coming on together to talk about a certain location, which I do have that screenshot, Sassy. Thank you. So I'll show that. That's at the 3 o'clock hour.
Da, da.
Minotaur Moreno is coming on at 4 p.m. He will discuss his WWWH that he is selling on eBay, by the way. Steve Barnes, you guys may have seen a video where a guy was doing a Rubik's Cube. That's Steve Barnes. He's going to come on at 5, but he's only going to do a 30-minute little interview or panel. He was also the winner of the World Series of Fenn, so I think we can talk about World Series of Fenn as well. AJ Rainville and his puzzles, he will be on 5:30 to 6. 30 minutes. Todd Birmingham, that might be a new one to some people. He owns an escape room in Detroit. He's going to give us the perspective of seeing 4,000 people do the puzzles in his escape rooms and how he relates that to the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt. Joel Lewicki, we all know Joel. He'll be on at the 7 o'clock hour. Very subtle hints, deliberately placed, an unbelievably ignorant overview of the clues. He had a long thing, but I cut it off. Oh, no, I didn't. Here it is on the second line. So very subtle hints for the shallow thinking treasure hunter. So we're going to have some fun with Joel.
No, I saw his response. It was several pages. So
Right.
definitely. And so is Shannon. Shannon had a lot to say. And God, I'm so excited about both of them. But go ahead.
Michael Raymond at the 8 o'clock hour. He's going to talk about his first boots on the ground, the summer of 2017, which included several New Mexico locations. And he's going to also talk about a documentary that's being put together called Finding Treasure, which will benefit children with cancer and their families. Davio, he needs to tell us about his boots on the ground. He will be on. He is going to be our last guest at the 9 o'clock hour. And at 10 p.m., we're going to do a free-for-all. All the panel members are welcome to come back on at the same time. I did fix the Zoom issue that I had before, so if I kick you off, you will be able to get back on. And if there's anybody that's watching the marathon, you've never been on YouTube before, maybe you want to come on, email me. And at the 10 p.m. Pacific, that's 1 a.m. Eastern, come on. Anybody can come on that wants to come on, and we'll talk about stuff. So it should be a lot of fun.
Our last marathon.
And before you say that, I just want to say this agenda will be posted on thehintofriches.com. I will post it in the Grand Adventure, and I'm going to put this in the description of this video down in the bottom, so everybody will see it that wants to know. Maybe you only want to tune in for part of it. I hope you tune in for all 13 hours or whatever we end up doing. But it'll be posted so you know when to tune in for the person you want to see. All right, go ahead, Kate, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say our last marathon was 10 hours and 32 minutes.
That's right.
We're going to try to beat it. We have right now designated time over 10 hours, let alone the last marathon. That might be, I mean, it's like 1 or 2 a.m. I might be fading.
We might just keep going. Let's just see if we can pull an all-nighter.
Let's do it, yeah. So,
it's like AGK says, this is just a place for friends to come together and talk. So that's what we're going to be doing.
Yeah,
but we had a lot of fun with the first one. Super chats, we made it very clear to everybody that's going to be on the program. The super chats go to me and K-Pro. Anybody that's on the program that has a GoFundMe or a PayPal account or just anything they want to advertise, we are going to do that during their time when they're on the show. Right. And all those links will be in the description as well. So if you guys want to donate to Susie Fenhaven, her PayPal link will be there, or anybody else that wants to contact us, okay? We want to make this very fair. We don't want any issues. I don't think we're doing any super chat challenges. Oh, we did talk about maybe some pictures, didn't we? Oh, we're not bringing that up today? I thought we were. We might do some fun stuff on Saturday.
Wait. Oh, we have to. You cannot let the couple of poo-poo faces make it.
Yeah, no, we will.
So we have a couple of things that we will announce later that will be fun, but it's not going to be like super chat challenge that like if you call the police.
Yeah, we're not giving anything to people that super chat. But what we are going to do is, if we reach a certain threshold, and we'll give those numbers on Saturday, there will be some pictures that may not shed me or K-Pro in the most flattering light that are shown. There might be a yogurt video that's shown. We'll see. We have to come up with those numbers.
No, but here's the big thing.
What do you mean no?
We don't care about, no, I hate the yogurt video. It's like, now that we've come out as a couple, it affects me.
That's you have to do a response, your own yogurt video now. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I hope to show it on Saturday. But again,
the big thing for me is we don't care about the dollar amount. The last time we didn't expect anything near.
We had no idea all that was going to happen.
It would be fun to say if the number of super chats hit, let's say 50 or 75 or 100.
The number of super chats, not the amount.
Mike and I will embarrass ourselves accordingly.
There's a bathtub picture some people may have seen. There's a yogurt video for myself. There's my high school picture, which is embarrassing enough. Yeah.
I have a picture from when I was a kid. I showed Mike a picture.
You guys are going to want to see it, trust me.
Okay.
Not that picture. The glamour shot. They want to see the glamour shot. That's right.
Okay, Mike, there's some pictures for you. Okay.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
To worry about that later.
Oh, and then there's a couple picture that we might show. I forgot about that one.
Oh, yeah. Remember? There is one that some people have asked about, and we will not share. And if we get to the top amount, or the top number of people, number of times, then we might share it because it is sweet.
It's just a fun thing, you know what I mean? Nobody has to super chat at all to us. We're just saying if you do, we'll do a couple things. But we'll go over that. We'll go over that on Saturday. And that's why me and K-Pro are going on at 11:30, and then Shannon comes on 30 minutes later, so we can kind of do an intro and go over some of the things that we're going to do.
Yeah, and what we're going to try to do is at the 50-minute mark, 50, we're going to drop that person off. We're going to give a little bit of a disclaimer and say, here's the new person coming on. Ask about any transitions. the new person comes on. And then we're going to rinse and repeat that. There's going to be some time because Mike has his kids and I have my kids that weekend. So there's going to be a time that Mike needs to drop off for a period and I need to drop off for a period. So we're going to go back and forth and, oh, what?
William said this is disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and we had
Wait.
the agenda filled up quickly. I was surprised. There's a lot of people
Yeah.
that want to come on for the marathon. And don't worry, this will be a thing we do probably once a month because it worked
Yeah.
so well the first time. And yeah,
I genuinely think eventually, we should do a 24-hour marathon.
yeah, I'm up for it. When we get done, we'll say it's 1 a.m. If I got my second win and my kids are asleep, I may just keep going. Me and you could just start talking about clues if nobody else wants to come on. That would be, and the video didn't take forever to process like I thought it would. That video
I
was
thought it
available
was
in like
too.
6
That was
hours or something.
crazy.
So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anybody who wants to come on to talk about their boots on the ground that they've taken
Yeah.
or a boots on the ground they're going to do, at the end of Saturday night, come on and talk about it. So
Yeah. I
should
like
be
it.
fun. Oh, one thing we do have to say is the original plan was to simulcast with AGK, but that is not going to happen. Toby's got a prior commitment, so it is just going to be us on the Cowlazars channel doing the Forrest Fenn chat marathon. So I want to make sure that's clear.
Yeah, and MEH said, and Michael Hall said,
Yeah.
I would be surprised if Forrest's family immediately contested it. I
Immediate
agree. I think
I agree too.
family immediate contest. I agree with you. I'm just saying that I think the only thing that we can really think about that will be there be drinking in this marathon.
Oh, of course there will. I don't know about shots. I had originally said shots, but that might get us in trouble.
Hey William, we always have water here on the Cow Channel or
Yeah.
this side.
We'll see. Maybe after 6 p.m., maybe we could do something. But one thing I have is shout out to Craig who sent me lemon heads. You guys remember we talked about lemon head, the candy last time, and how sour they are? So he sent me a whole box right here. So every time there's a super chat, maybe I'll take a lemon head or something. I don't know, because those are kind of sour. Yeah, he sent a whole case. My boys have already gone through 2 boxes when they were over last weekend. So Eric is actually putting a whole box of lemon heads in a bottle of water to make lemonade. Then he shakes it up. And it actually turns it yellow. So, yeah, it was kind of cool. So thanks, Craig. That was cool to get that in the mail.
Very cool.
So, yeah, that's the marathon this Saturday. I hope everybody tunes in. I hope everybody has fun. And, again, we'll try and answer as many questions from the chat as we can.
Okay. Last item that we have before we go to general Q&A, because we are a little bit over, is we are starting a segment that we are going to call Thread of the Week. The Thread of the Week is if you go over to hintofriches.com, it is a thread that we are going to designate as a thread that we want to talk about. I've asked stores that are registered to hit the like on the original post. When you do,
I'll bring it up.
It might not be the one with the most hits or the most likes. It'll just be something. That's the way to flag me. We get about 100 new posts a week, and that doesn't count all the responses. So this is a way that we are just going to do exactly the discussions that are very content related when it comes to the hunt. So this is a way for
Hintofriches.com. You just go right here to Forrest Fenn's Hunt, and we're going to pick a thread here that anybody can start and just talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get in the box or, whichever one it is. I think it's, you can.
Coinaster's most perfect solve. Yeah.
Yeah.
The next level. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and you can see in the middle one that the ones that say the number of likes. So you can see the ones that are hitting the number of likes. So we're going to go through those the best we can. Each week we're going to try to set aside about 15 minutes on one of our sessions. So we're trying to figure out if we're going to have a Thursday show. We're probably not because we're going to be prepping. Those of you that just think we schedule some people and that's it, there is a ton more time in the marathon than that. So we're going to probably be doing that on Thursday. So there's probably going to be no Thursday show, but you have Toby on Wednesday and Toby on Friday. And then Saturday, it's going to be all day long, all Forrest Fenn Marathon.
Damon Jacobs says, when are you going to mail out the topo maps? The Topo maps got mailed out today. I apologize for it taking so long. We did that Super Chat challenge right before K-Pro came out here for the weekend, so I was busy then. Then I had to recover for 5 days. So the
You
maps
took
went
5
out
days.
today in the mail. Yeah.
Well, and the big thing is, we said we were just going to fold them and they're going to be gone, and you weren't going to be able to pick. Some people ask, "Can I pick and can I pay extra?" And then you roll them and all
Yeah,
that.
I
And
tried to
Mike
do what
was
I could,
super
guys.
sweet. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
super sweet and he did that. So it took a lot more time. And yes, Mike takes a little longer to recover from my visits than he thought.
Right. So some people are getting the tube, some people are getting the manila envelope. One thing I totally spaced on is I did not get the certificate or the compass story, but I don't remember if we said the certificate or the compass story would be part of it. I
I
can't
don't
remember.
remember. I don't
But if
remember.
anybody that donated and is getting a map wants the certificate and the compass story, just email me and I'm happy to send it to you. I can put it in that manila envelope and I'll send it to you. But all the
Okay.
maps went out in the mail today. I hope everybody has them by Saturday, by the marathon.
Yeah.
Go in the Grand Adventure on Facebook and post your picture when you get it in the mail. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
cool.
So thank you everybody for the super chats.
Yeah.
And
That
again, we
was
don't have that money yet. Maybe by the end of June, but yeah.
Mike, your comment on the no sale of number 2. What does that mean?
Searcher coin number 2 was on eBay for $2,000, and it's just too high in my opinion. So they relisted it for $1,800, and I haven't seen how it's doing
No, it
since
got
then.
relisted again for 16 or 1500.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you my opinion on this. There are 2 philosophies, but they're very, very different philosophies. If you have what you believe is your bottom line, you put it in your bottom line, and then you can always relist it. I believe when you put it at $1, you get a lot more people interested, and they
Yeah.
start, and it takes off higher. But gosh, is that nerve wracking if you know you won at least $2,000 and you
Well,
don't do that?
you can list it for $1 and have a reserve. I mean, that's how eBay
Right.
used to work. I'm assuming it still does. And in other words, if the bids don't meet your reserve, you have the choice not to sell it and relist it. But just to list it for 1,800, I think is a mistake. You know, a lot of the coins I've put up is $1, and the market dictates if somebody wants it, they'll bid it up.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's awesome that she's listing it, and somebody's going to get coin number 2, which is awesome. But I think it was listed for a little bit too high. So Sassy says her 2019 coin 43 barely got $200, and it's timing. A lot of it's timing.
Right.
It just depends when you put it up, and it depends on the number of the coin. If 2 people really want that number, it can go higher. What was the offer for coin number 1 back at the Jamie Jordan drawing?
Was it 5 or 10 grand?
10 grand. Somebody was like,
10
I'll give you $10,000 for coin number 1 right now. It's all
Well,
about timing. So
it's just like Chase Chat. Chase Chat was up for sale, and
Yeah.
there was a buyer for 40 grand, and the person said no at the time, and now they're saying I think it's 10 grand they would take, and it's like that buyer isn't available anymore. But buyers need to know timing is everything.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to the coins, what's going to happen to merchandise and things after the hunt?
that's a big
over?
question too. Yeah.
That's a big question too.
So Sassy says if you put a reserve, they take a bigger percent, which I didn't know because I've never listed anything with a reserve. So in my opinion, the best way to do it is at $1 and just see how high it goes with no reserve.
Right.
But that's just my opinion. I'm not the owner of that coin.
Well, in
So-
my opinion, it's exactly the same way because you psychologically get more people committed, and then those are the ones that I've seen really take off. So,
And-
but this has been an interesting year. It's been a weird year of merchandise and things.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, you know,
I
we
don't
do
know.
things, and you guys choose if you want to buy them or not. I have a World Series of Fenn hoodie that I'm going to put on eBay. I may put it on Saturday during the marathon or something. I don't know. We have a couple of those left, and actually, I've put. Actually, I'll show it. I have 2 things on eBay, but I like. Was it you? I think it was you, K-Pro. But somebody said to me, you know, when you first had that idea for the coin, you had 1,000 of them, right? And I'm like, yeah, I sold 1,000 of them. And you said, well, if they're going for $100 to $300 on eBay, you were a millionaire and you didn't know it.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, I never thought of it that because I sold them for $15 each. Yeah, I didn't realize what it was going to happen there.
And that's actually the funny part. Mike
Not a
gets
millionaire, people. Not
Mike
even
gets
close.
so much flack for they're selling for $3, $4, $5, $1,000. He sold them for $15, and
Everybody had a fair drawing to get a random sequence number in
Right.
the very beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
it is what it
interesting,
is. I'm
but-
not upset about
But
that. I
that's
didn't know what I
okay.
had.
Somebody
but-
it's like buying stocks. If you buy low, sell high, you know, all of that. I mean,
Right.
that's big.
It's like the guy that did the Forrest Fenn painting. If somebody would have said that was going to go for $600, I would have said you're crazy. But somebody wanted that painting. That's awesome. So this is a book that me and K-Pro put up. We put it up for $34.99, and it's got one bid. So if the thrill of the chase, brand new in the plastic, there it is. So who will that go any higher? I don't know. It ends on Thursday at 9 p.m. Pacific. And then the other thing so the commemorative chest is still there. This one's $6,100. The other thing we put up is all 3 books and the 2019 coin. So we've done this a couple times. Put it up for $99. All 3 books I think is pretty good for $90 and a coin. It's got 0 bids, so that ends Thursday night as well. So if anybody needs all 3 books, there you go. Maybe you can sneak in and get it for $99.
Yeah, if not, we'll sell them when we can, and if not, it doesn't. But some people have asked us why we have priced them the way that we have. We get a price break if we buy in a larger quantity. We don't for some of the books than the other books. So we do our best. We put the coins in when we can. So we're doing the best we can to make sure that the big thing for us, and I want to thank Mike because he's the big part of this, he gets them out within a day or 2 of the order. Sometimes when a new press piece comes out, which I think will be coming out this week, sometimes some of the books don't get out for a week, 2, 3, or 4 weeks, and so that's a big piece too. So it's up to so.
And then here's the other thing. Somebody just emailed me and said, hey, remember I wanted a tube and you were supposed to let me know the cost. What I did, everybody, is for the people who wanted a tube, I just sent it in the tube. When you get it in the mail, if you want to send something to the PayPal, that's up to you. I wasn't worried about nickel and diamond things. You know what I mean? Even the 2 people that are in Canada, if you want to cover that postage when you get it and you see the postage, then the PayPal link is in the description down here of this video.
Not if you should, because that was the deal.
Well, yeah, but in other words, I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to be like, I'm not sending that map until you send $10 for a tube. No, I'm not doing that. You guys, you send what you think's fair, and that's good.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So.
Okay, so we talked about the function, which is in a week and a half. I can't believe it's coming up that quick. We talked about.
I'm going to see Mike in a week and a half.
That's right, and I get to see Yellowstone. I'm going to push Christy into a hot spring. She just doesn't know it yet.
Okay, I could die. Don't say that.
Okay, a cooler hot spring where warm waters halt. Oh, that'd be too cold. The marathon is this Saturday, so we hope you guys tune in for that. Yeah. The thread is a new thing we're going to do on hintofriches.com. Go subscribe there if you haven't, and go check out the threads in thumbs up, because the one with the most thumbs up every week is the one we're going to talk about. And we're just going to take a quick 5 or 10 minutes to talk about it. It may be the one.
If there's a couple that are high, it'll be the ones that we kind of really feel like we can discuss.
And then we talked about some of the crazy people. If you're crazy, you can come to the function and introduce yourself. Just don't be crazy at the function. That's all. Save that for the forums and for the videos and for everything else. But come by and say hi. Everybody is welcome. Yeah, so that's kind of it for the K-Pro Cow Powwow for this Monday night. Does anybody have questions in the chat? Now, Doug Heidick says, is there an event schedule for Yellowstone? If you mean the function, we went over it. There's 2 things happening, Friday night and Saturday night. Watch this video and you'll see it. Yeah.
And Rocky Top Wrangler have said, where is Leroy? I have gotten past Leroy. So I kicked him out of my house. I kicked him out of Mike's house.
Decoy, yeah.
Decoy, did I say?
Decoy, yeah, Decoy.
So Decoy is over at Copper Dan's house, and Leroy and him are friends. And I think Leroy is not big on drama. So he was good and just staying out of it. But Decoy is still there and around, and yeah. And I want to give a shout out to Steve Wayne. He helped me this last week on some things happening. And the Wiz, you were there. You are wonderful. Met him at the World Series of Fenn. He was there when I got my box from Mike.
Oh, that's right. I remember you, Steve. That's right. You were in the car.
Yeah.
You and Jonesy. That's right.
Yes. And if you didn't know it, there is a searcher by the name of Diggin' Gypsy. She is back in. She is going hunting.
Is she going to be at the function?
She is not going to be at the function. She is going for the treasure chest. So
that's awesome. That's awesome that she's back. True Believer says, can someone address the puppet? The Forrest Fenn puppet. I didn't see the video, and I never saw the video. So I saw the teaser they did, which... I told somebody there are no words. I posted a link to the trailer and I said there are no words. And people were like, what does that mean? And I said, I'll reserve judgment until I see what they do with the puppet. I don't know if that video is available or they deleted it. I don't know.
I have not seen the puppet nor the teaser, nor
Oh,
do
okay.
I
Yeah.
intend to.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems kind of stupid in my opinion. If they just wanted to have fun with a puppet, whatever. And there were some people that were posting like, "Oh, it's all in good fun. What's the big deal?" And I kind of thought, well, maybe Forrest has a certain opinion about him being portrayed as a puppet. But
Well, but here's the
I didn't
thing
see the
for,
video, so I can't comment. I mean, I don't know
but
what how they did with it. So
here's the thing that I think, and this might be unique because God, I don't want to defend anybody that is not nice. But when you try to do something really on the edge, it might work or it might not work.
yeah, it could
But I think
backfire. Yeah,
everybody, unless it's mean spirited, I think we need to embrace anybody that tries something new.
yeah, that's true.
It's a puppet or a couples thing or a
Yeah,
not individual panel,
a
just open. I
marathon
mean,
or whatever it
think
is. Yeah,
about think about Toby when he did music. The music thing is just awesome because people love it. And there were times that people, like open Q&A. I remember when Toby did the open Q&A, people were like, "Is that gonna?" I even thought like, "Is that gonna work?" And oh my gosh, it goes on for hours, and it could go on for hours more. So the only thing I will say is I didn't care to watch it for different reasons, but that doesn't mean like I applaud anyone for trying something fun-hearted
yeah.
that is not mean-spirited. We have enough mean-spirited. If people are now trying something new against the mean-spirited and trying to do something fun, it seemed like it was just fun. Let's
Yeah.
let's embrace that because if they don't, they go back to mean-spirited. So let's keep everybody in the fun.
So, and I said I reserve judgment, and I never saw the video, so I don't
Right.
know what they did with it. But so if that video's out there, somebody send me the link. But if it's one of the deal where you have to
Yeah.
pay for it, I mean, I'm not going to do that. But
I'm
yeah.
not paying to see a
So,
puppet.
but they did say part of super chats would go to, or all the super chats would go to cancer or something. So that's awesome. That's cool. I mean, go
Yeah.
to, did what I say, cancer? Go to charity. That would go to
Charity
charity.
that
Yeah.
helps cancer.
And
I
that's
think it's
awesome. I mean,
St.
yeah.
Jude
So
or something.
good for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Who owns that puppet? That's what I want to know. Is it going to show up at Fembury
I
and
thought
start reading people's palms or what?
I might be totally wrong, but I thought that it was a puppet from the children's hospitals that help kids. But I
Oh
might be
yeah, I don't
totally
know.
wrong.
Oh, and
I'm
that's
not,
right.
and that's the big thing. Some people have asked me, like, did you see this or that? The only one that I'm really watching at this point is AGK when I can. Everything else I've had to turn off. There's just not been enough
Yeah.
positive. And it, like Mike says, why do you let it affect you? Because it does. I wish I could get thicker skin because it does. So I've shut all of it down and I definitely won't pay for it. So if I have to pay to see a video, I'm going to pay for AGK more than anything. So I haven't chose to, I can't comment to it. The only thing I can comment to what we do, AGK, I catch as much as I can and I can see them on playback, which is awesome. There's a few others like Copper Dan. I always like Rick's on especially safety, which is so great. There's a few
Mm.
others that like Hoosier Sisters, I saw they were back. There's a few others that were really awesome, but I don't see them consistently enough that we can like. Do you remember a year ago when Sean Dotson did the ones that were like, here's the recap for the week? That
Yeah,
must
yeah, those
so
were
good.
cool, and he kind of
Yeah,
stopped doing them.
yeah.
But we all got things going on in our lives. It's hard to do this on a continual basis. Like we go live
Yeah.
twice a week. I mean,
We
it
have a
takes
hard
up
time
time.
keeping up with us.
Yeah, right, right, right.
So, Tom Sawyer, do you know when Diggin' Gypsy is going boots on the ground? I do not. I have had some discussions. I don't know when she is a going.
A
Um,
going.
a going. That's Southern term for going. A going.
Look at page 128 of Too Far to Walk. Treasure really isn't buried, but it's in a hole with a lid. Yeah, a lot of people have thought that. I love Lucy.
Yeah,
They think that's how it might be hidden in some way. So that's
I
concealed,
agree with.
Yeah.
I love.
A lot of
Yes,
people think he found that at San Lazaro, I believe, is what that picture represents, and he got the idea and said, "I'm going to hide it this
well,
way."
and give me title to the gold says side beds. It's under a large rock. My map on my map solve. I've actually thought, is it in the middle of a rock formation somewhere? I've thought the same thing. So I think it's one of the two. I don't think it's formally buried like several feet under, but
Right.
that I think is the $1 million question more than anything else. So.
And William says the flip side's been great, but Sean likes the delete button. So yeah, I think he deletes a lot of his videos, which I don't understand why you would, but hey,
Well,
it's his
I have
channel.
to say, Susie and Davio do that too, and I think they do it because in my opinion, on those two, not Sean, but on those two, I think they get carried away and start really talking about things and they feel like they give away too much and then they delete it later, which I do have to say now that I've done this, I only did a few shows by myself. I did several shows on the flip side and then several shows here. It is so different when you're by yourself than when you're talking with somebody. I would say Davio and Susie maybe partner up or come on with
video
us
together. Yeah, it'd be awesome.
because Mike is able to say zzz, zzz, zzz. He's able to like shush me when I get too carried away on, especially what was it, a week or two ago you gave up something that we, oh no, it was
What?
your son. It was your son. I was like, what's the biggest hit? And he's like, here it is. And I'm like,
Oh yeah, I meant to listen to that video again because I'm over there making dinner and I heard him talk and I'm like, what's he saying? And I haven't watched the video. I was like, do I got to edit that or no?
He gave a little hint. He gave, oh, we're not the lead searchers. It's okay.
Well, no, I just didn't know what he was saying. If he was talking stupid or
he,
what he
he
was
gave
saying.
hints. He gave, oh, I would have told
okay.
you if it was inappropriate. No, he gave
Yeah,
hints. So
Any
anyway.
thoughts? Laura Dunlap says, any thoughts about when FF said it could not be found over spring break? Could that possibly refer to the type of place the chest is found? I don't think so, in my opinion. I think he simply meant you're not going to find it if you're just out somewhere on vacation. You've got to study the clues. You got to put them together. You're not just going to walk out there and try and figure it out on spring break. You got to make a concentrated effort to solve the clues.
Yeah, it's equal to you're not going to stumble upon it. That's
right.
Yeah.
And she says not found but hidden. Yeah, I don't think that's not a clue to the location or anything. But a lot of people do. A lot of people think all the scrapbooks are hints and everything else. So
yeah.
Right.
So we are going to try, I will say, at the Function in the Junction. I don't think we're going to go live because it's too difficult.
Yeah, I don't know how Wi-Fi works up there.
But we have 2 different boots on the grounds, and both of those will be great. And then we also have 2 different events, plus we have a day event. And so I think there's going to be, it's going to take us a little while to, well, I say we, it's going to take a while for Mike to get that all cut and spliced. And
right.
Out there.
Yeah, when I get back, there'll definitely be a long vlog of, of the trip.
Or a couple. Like
Just
here's Boots on the Ground 1, here's Boots on the Ground 2.
Just like there was a trip to Santa Fe vlog, now there's going to be a trip to Yellowstone vlog. And then Cynthia's supposed to be there with the Thrill of the Chase book that everybody's supposed to sign, right? So that'll be cool if she does, in fact, bring the book and we all get a chance to sign it. Maybe we should bring a Thrill of the Chase and let everybody sign it just for us to keep, but almost like a yearbook, We should have did it for the first World Series of Fenn, and I never thought of it. So.
Well, you know who did was, wasn't it Larry?
Yeah, that's right. He actually had the cards like almost like a guest book, and he had everybody sign the guest book. So that was really a cool idea, Larry.
Yeah.
And then also we're going to be planning next year's World Series of Fenn, so that's another event that will be coming up.
The casino. And
that's a lot of planning too. And then we want some other events in case people just aren't into poker. We want to have some different options for people. So yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? So we may go live Thursday. We may not. You may have to wait till Saturday for the marathon. We'll see. Yeah.
Probably, most likely. But Mike and I will talk about that right now because we're going to talk about you after we're off the air.
We talk about all of you once we get off the air. All right. The K-Pro Cow Powwow song is going to take us out. And we will see you guys on Saturday for the marathon.
Thanks, guys. It's been great.
K-Pro Cow Powwow. K-Pro Cow Powwow. Wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Powwow. Wow. They want to find the treasure. They want to find it now. They are K-Pro and they are cow. They're going over it and over it and over it again. This treasure hunt created by Forrest Fenn. Sing it! K-Pro Cow Powwow. K-Pro Cow Powwow. Wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Powwow. Marion and Indy are what they're like, although their real names are Christy and Mike. Can they pin down the treasure? They just might. Tune in to find out Monday nights. K-Pro Cow Powwow. K-Pro Cow Powwow. Wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Powwow.
right, everybody. I do love that song, and we will see you on Saturday. Just in time to say bye, K-Pro.
Bye.